Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the official Ark podcast, here with number 410. My name's Coach MT, and I'm here live today with the core team. Your host for tonight, as always, the one and only, the unforkable, Mr. Atlas. Please take it away, sir.
Thank you for the introduction, Coach MT. And folks, welcome back to another edition of the Ark Daily podcast. This is Friday, December the 15th. Gearing up, getting ready for the Christmas. We hope that for those of you that are going to have the opportunity to be with family, maybe you're traveling, maybe you're seeing a loved one you haven't seen in a very long time. If that's your situation, or maybe you're just with the folks you're always with, whatever it is that you're doing, that you have a very special time, that you're grateful to be alive. Because what's the point of it all anyway, if it's not to be with the people that you care for and care about you? What we care about a lot also is Ark. Everything that Ark is doing, making the right decisions, pivoting what I believe to be exactly at the right time into exactly the right markets, the right opportunities. And today we are back here at the Ark HQ. Very successful trip to Zurich, wonderful Switzerland. It's no secret that we are incorporating there, and we're going to be doing our banking there. We're going to be sleeping calm, cool, and collected under the warm, cozy blanket of security and privacy laws that are furnished to the corporations and the folks that are using services that are coming from Switzerland. Very important. We also did some important meetings on partnerships and really the growth factors that we understand that we're going to need to not just launch and release in an organic manner our products that are be coming out in Q1, but also to make sure that we're able to come out of the gates blazing. And ideally we'd like to have as an army of folks with the passion to talk about these products and to have folks have their own personal experience. So we understand what's at stake. We have plenty of time. It doesn't mean that we don't continue to work our 7-day a week. On the contrary, we understand that these type of businesses, it's extremely competitive, and you can never relax. You can never for a second think that you've taken enough market share, or that there's not going to be somebody tomorrow working harder than you that wants to take what you built. Because that's exactly, folks, what we're doing to other established corporations out there in the business by bringing decentralized offerings, by raising the bar, using the latest technology, and really coming into the space with an offering that's going to make folks not just take a look or a second look. They're going to stare right down and say, what the sheesh? This is special. And the amount of time and with the limited resources that we've had to work with, folks, I don't see anybody in the space that's been able to pull this off. And with that, I want to give a shout out to our main man here, our engineer, the architect, Mr. Brett, because this guy has taken this project on his shoulders and is managing every developer every single day. I mean, they're off Monday to Friday, but their weekend, he's preparing all the stuff for their next week. He's managing our designer. The man is relentless, and I think we all owe him gratitude and a thank you for the commitment, dedication, sacrifice that he's doing to make sure that we have the best product in the market. Let's get to crypto. Sheesh.
is it my turn now, Atlas? You're making me blush.
It's facts, man. It's facts. Absolutely, man. What you're doing is
I'm glad to hear you made it home safe.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Great, yeah. Good week, solid week there in Switzerland. I'm glad you avoided the Arctic tundra that I know can come through there at times. But yeah, we're wrapping up a great week. Lots of progress on the email side. Teams working on send receive, and it's kind of the heart of the email system. So a lot of the little things have been handled already, but we're getting into the passing of data and making sure everything is handled end-to-end encryption, zero knowledge. And today we've also been working on our production platform for the application. So we have basically 3 layers. We have our storage layer, which is what handles all of your email data and attachments and everything. That's where that's stored very safely, encrypted with your zero knowledge passphrase. And then we have obviously the bandwidth layer, which is the VPN layer, and that's also handled in a very secure manner, very decentralized. And then we have our application layer, and that's really what the heart of what we're building and connecting all these backend systems to. And so that top layer is also going to be on a decentralized network. So I think we've got it narrowed down. We've set up a production environment now, and we're going to start doing some testing. We had a couple different options for the decentralized application layer, but I think we've selected one, and now it's a matter of testing, making sure it fits all of our requirements. One of the deciding factors was that it's highly compatible with our development environment and how we've been building the application. Obviously, there's a lot of moving parts, so we have to make sure now that everything functions at a very high level. But with that top decentralized layer, it really adds that extra security and also redundancy and makes it censorship proof. So even though we'll be in Switzerland, if we do get in a hand-to-hand battle with the regulators, or something comes and happens, we'll have that redundancy built into the system, and it on a decentralized platform that is tried and true, and one of the fastest growing compute store networks in the world. So we're excited about that, and we're excited about the story that we're going to be able to tell, decentralized on a full stack. A lot of other applications are built with pieces of decentralization, but we've really gone the extra mile to make sure that zero knowledge and decentralization is baked into every layer of the cake. So yeah, that's going to be an ongoing task, but I think we've reached a good milestone here with making a decision, setting up accounts, getting that moving forward. Then just been doing some other back-end work, finishing up the presentation. And Alex has been working hard on getting the new contracts for the Terra card, the Air card, set up to handle the new NFT levels, and make sure that we give discounts for those NFT holders. And he's finishing that up, and I think he said he's going to try to deploy it on Sunday. He's got some things going on tomorrow, so Sunday is going to be the day that kind of pushes all of the live updates and makes those contracts valid. Nothing to do on our side, or if you have an Air card or Terra card, there's nothing to do. It's all going to happen in the background. There may be a slight delay. I'm not sure if he's going to have some downtime or not, but it won't be, but maybe a few minutes. He said to push it just takes, a few minutes of his time, and then I'm sure for the service to update, which will be momentary. So probably not going to be a big deal for anyone, but if there's an interruption of service, we'll let you know. But that's about it. He's also working on the new homepage website for the main ArkFi.io landing page that'll showcase all of our products. As you mentioned before, Atlas, we now have the bridge product. So if you want to find out how to get over from Binance to Polygon, manage those NFTs, claim your rewards, get some Matic. The new bridge is up and live, and it's super slick, super fast, super cheap, and we're pretty proud of it. Alex did an amazing job on it, and he's going to add some information to our new website about it. And I think that's about it. So yeah, wrapped up a great week, lots of progress, things still on track, and it's great to hear that you had a successful trip over there and made some big steps forward in the business development work. So great job. Thanks, Atlas.
Yes, sir. Thank you. The Ark keeps sailing. Yeah, happy days. Very, very happy days. And we will continue here on our path. If you look at the calendar, we're only 3 days away from our official December 18th launch here of the ROI DAP that for 6 months was the best show in town. I mean, guys, we had an amazing run. We're proud of the work we did. I think we're proud of the community that we were able to really create, to nurture, to spend our time every day with, and tell them, pay yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. I can tell you something. Everyone that followed the simple steps that we laid out, don't invest more than you can afford to invest, and pay yourselves, did amazingly well here. Shout out, playing the game correctly. And I'm also very proud of the way that we didn't change the rules of the game once, everything was flowing in liquidity, and there started to be a shift in the attention. Remember, it was the Pepe had come out, and people were seeing 100x's gains, which you hadn't seen in so long. It's understandable, right? Human nature. The old faithful, the one that was saving everyone, just became too boring for a large majority, which in these instances, we can easily all understand what happens. Focus is lost, draining of capital. Folks are playing the other games out there. They're taking risk, and they're coming back crying, not really taking into consideration that those selfish moves, as free as everyone is to do them, they do have a network effect into a fantastic community. But we didn't waver. We didn't betray our commitment to say, folks, we're going to let this thing do what it has to do. We've done everything on our side to ensure growth, to ensure safety, not ever a hack. That's another thing that I got to say, man, really proud about. Attention to detail. I think every aspect here. I mean, nothing is perfect, but sticking to your guns and being in integrity and letting things play out and not making people hostages. There's been a bunch of ROI dApps I've launched in the past couple of months, and we've seen it time and time again. They pump the chart, they bring all the hype, they get all these promoters in, who of course are dumping and cashing out on everyone else, and then they understand that they've lost the pivot. Sometimes a month and a half, sometimes 2. I think the longest one I saw really play out was 3 months, and I know a lot of you here know exactly what I'm talking about, because you're in this space and you're playing these games as you should, carefully, and following good money management and being very careful, not drinking the Kool-Aid, understanding how vulnerable these things could be, especially when the developers come and they make mistakes and they go back on their word. And of course, time and time again, change the rules, lock up the liquidity, make people hostages. Anyway, it's been a great year. And I think the wave we laid down to rest at the bottom of the ocean next to the Titanic, the ROI DAP, was also something that was done, I think, in a way where we made sure that not only did we get the women and children off the boat, but also everyone else. Here's your life raft. Here's your lifeboat, folks. If you want to paddle onto whichever direction you like, go right ahead, sir, ma'am. Or if you want to continue on our journey, you're able to do so here through the LSA, through the legacy NFT. And these things are important. At least to me, they're important. Make sure to put everyone first and give them the opportunities. If we had a way to make everybody whole, when understanding there's a shift in capital, right? There's folks that are making while others are losing. It's just the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. But if you don't know how that works, I think you've learned by now, hopefully. If you've been here in this project, you've got your first taste, or maybe it's your 100th time, and you played your cards right. But I did see a couple folks that I was surprised that they didn't follow a correct strategy. Anyhow, we're going to be celebrating December 18th, and I think we could do that in a manner of pride and respect for the way we've handled that, and I think a lot of excitement and gratitude because this team has been able to shift. And again, going back to the roadmap, going back to our initial intentions, we always said, the legacy NFT, that is the partnership here long-term, folks. And this is the direction that we want to go. And we've delivered on that. And I just don't see that happening so easily in other places. So looking forward to that. I hope you're all here. Definitely a memorable date. And we'll do a State of the Union here on the Ark. And for the folks that maybe are not keeping in tune, and we'll send that out. I think that it will be a great opportunity to show them what's coming, what we're building. That anyone who's ever doubted us, and honestly, I still haven't heard one hater or doubter seriously having anything to talk negatively about. Truthfully, that is not fantastic and going well here in the Ark and out of integrity. Let's get this crypto. Folks, I think that's going to do it for us today. Save the date, December 18th, my dear friends. And that's going to be next Monday. We'll do our breathing breath, and we'll look back on the year. We'll open it up to the investors here. Love to get their feedback. And it's great to see the excitement, the DMs that we receive as folks are understanding that, they came in and met us in a dog-eat-dog world of crypto degeneracy, and have been able to find a community that's embracing and a team that's always here, always working, always building, and always moving together. December 18th, next Monday. But for now, we'll be back tomorrow, Saturday, 2 p.m. EST, 7 p.m. UTC. We're going to do our daily Q&A where you'll be able to ask and get an answer to any question you have. We had a really fun question yesterday in the private Q&A, which is quite interesting. So we'll move on over to that. Folks, have a great rest of your day or afternoon, morning, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you.